Good morning, Schools Division of Puerto Princesa City, and good morning, Sicsican National High School. It is my pleasure to be your moderator for this SBM virtual validation. I am Sir Joey, and on behalf of Sicsican National High School family, I would like to express a very warm welcome to all of you. Let us ask for the divine intervention through a song of prayer to be led to us by Ma'am Pauline K. Hilomos and Sir Noe Marquez. And this will immediately be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem through an audio-visual presentation.
We pray for wisdom, your voice to hear. We cry in anger when we cannot feel you near. We doubt your goodness, we doubt your love. As if every promise from your word is not enough. This life, the rain, the storms, the hardest nights, are your mercies in the skies.
Kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, telas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit mo pagaw, ay hinatang tulakaw.
so much, Ma'am Pauline and Sir Noe, our talented teachers, singers in Sicsican National High School. So, before we proceed, I would like to inform everybody that the objective of this virtual validation is for our school to be rated accordingly on how farther we have gone in the school-based management journey. And also, to capacitate validators of the procedures and the rating processes. We sincerely hope that this virtual validation will be able to achieve its goal, and to do so, we need your full cooperation and attention throughout this activity. At this point in time, let me give the virtual floor to our dynamic and purpose-driven school principal to Ma'am May Almabelia for her words of welcome.
To our parent supervisor, Ma'am Shirley F. Lilang, to the Division SBM Coordinator, Dr. Ambrosio E. Escorpizo, to the Division Field Validators assigned to our school, teachers, parents, students, good day. The enactment of Republic Act 9155 or the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001 mandated the decentralization of the system of school-based management from the central office down to the school level. The SBM level of practice of schools is revisited through the conduct of self-assessment and validated by the validating team duly assigned by the regional director. Today, we are having this video presentation in the light of a national health crisis to present the SBM level of practice of Sicsican National High School. The evidences of the level of practice that we will present are products of the collaborative work of the school head working together with the teachers, parents, students, community leaders, and the school partners. The assigned teachers will show us the computation of our performance improvement and the SBM assessment score means of verifications per indicator of the four principles. In behalf of the school-based management team, I warmly welcome you in this virtual validation. May our Almighty God send us His mercy and grace and protect us from the COVID-19 virus.
Thank you so much, Ma'am May, and welcome to all of you who are present in this virtual validation. Moving on, we will be informed of who will be the people behind this validation process. To acknowledge and present to us the assignments of the field validators for the school-based management level of practice using the documentary analysis, observation, discussion process or DOD from the division office, SBM coordinating team, I am giving back the virtual floor to Ma'am May Almabelia, our school principal.
As stipulated in the Regional Memorandum Number 39 Series of 2021 entitled Implementing Guidelines on the Utilization of the Enhanced School-Based Management Assessment Tool with a contextualized means of verification, the school conducted the SBM self-assessment last August 5, 2021 using the PART method performed by the school SBM coordinating team, wherein we reached the total points of 1.57, describing our practice as maturing, and in the level 2 of SBM level of practice. Here is the composition of the school SBM coordinating team. The chair is yours truly, May Almabelia, being the school principal, co-chaired by Fia May G. Salmo, school SBM coordinator, who is a Master Teacher 1. We created 5 sub-teams composed of the following. Team 1, Leader, Francisco D. Panya, Master Teacher 2. Secretary, Agnes B. Mendoza, Teacher 3. Members, Miriam Widener, Master Teacher 1. Mario M. Bulaso, Teacher 3. Leia R. Angeles, Parent Representative. Team 2, Leader, Lilibet J. Liwaco, Head Teacher 3. Secretary Rhoda B. Padilla, Teacher 3. Members, Mary Grace Ogo, Master Teacher 1. Eleanor M. Heredero, Teacher 3. Bernadette L. Basaya, Teacher 3. Dulce Corazon A. Mandi, Parent Representative. Team 3, Leader Romeo G. Dormili Jr., Head Teacher 3. Secretary, Grisel L. Campbell, Teacher 1. Members, Rovi A. Fidakan, Teacher 3. Gretchen H. Sumandal, Teacher 3. Clarita T. Abio, Teacher 3. And Irene Dormili, Parent Representative. Team 4, Leader Angeline M. Aborot, Head Teacher 3. Secretary, Lucita L. Sumandal, Master Teacher 1. Members, Bernadette A. Tamsi, Teacher 3. Ria R. Anyar, Teacher 2. Jenny F. Manito, Teacher 3. And Ricky De Dios, Parent Representative. Team 5, Leader Olive S. Tiquilan, Head Teacher 3. Secretary, Fia May G. Salmo, Master Teacher 1. Members, Catherine B. Arambulo, Teacher 3. Ariel I. Machico, Master Teacher 1. Sheila May O. Salibio, Teacher 3. And Ronnie N. Hikilan, PTA Representative. Thank you so much. God bless our team.
Once again, thank you so much, Ma'am May. So, this day, we are pleased to have our very supportive supervisor in charge, the Education Program Supervisor 1 in ESP, Ma'am Shirley F. Lilang, for her message.
To our school's Division Superintendent, Mr. Serviliano A. Arzaga, CISO 5, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loida P. Adornado, CISO 6, our CID Chief, Dr. Cyril C. Serrador, our SGOD Chief, Dr. Eliezer Arellano, to our Division SBM Coordinator, Dr. Ambrosio Escorpizo, to Mrs. May L. Mabella, Principal 2, to the School SBM Coordinator, Mrs. Fea May G. Salmo, to the faculty and staff of Sicsican National High School, to all stakeholders, and to everyone present in this platform. A blessed day to everyone. The vision of the Department of Education for Schools is empowered schools, proactive school leaders, innovative teachers, engaged community stakeholders, improve student academic performance, and psychosocial growth. This is the essence of school-based management, a strategy which paves the way for quality education and holistic development for our learners. Our school heads and stakeholders are empowered for them to focus in school improvement and total well-being of learners. The features of SBM is enhanced management of school. It is characterized by shared vision. It is the collective dream of major stakeholders for the school. It is unifying and sustaining factors that uphold the values, beliefs, and culture of the school community. It is the core message and establishes the principle of high performance for learners. Today's significant event reveals the fruit of everyone's labor through the leadership of Mrs. May L. Mabella, the school principal. You have worked together with community leaders and government officials and other stakeholders to improve school performance. May everyone in this school keep engaged and work together to continuously improve your performance in attaining desired outcomes for students. Always engage with stakeholders in shared decision-making. These are some of the aims of SBM. Congratulations for what you have accomplished. Continue to move and aim for the next level. God bless you all as you perform your mandated and noble task in the midst of pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Shirley Lilang, our very supportive parent supervisor. At this moment, we will witness the presentation of the SBM self-assessment result on the school performance improvements by Ma'am Fia May G. Salmo, our SBM School Coordinator. Take it away, Ma'am Fia.
My task is to present to you the Sicsican National High School SBM self-assessment for the school year 2019 to 2020. Specifically, my presentation is for the 60% of the assessment tool, which is the performance improvement. This table shows the performance improvement of our school for the past 4 years. And I will be presenting to you one by one the result of each indicator. First, we have the general average for grade 10. For the school year 2016 to 2017, the general average is 85.24. For the school year 2017 to 2018, the general average is 83.15. For the school year 2018 to 2019, the general average is 84.24. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, the general average is 85.15. Second, we have the school enrollment for grade 7 to grade 10. For the school year 2016 to 2017, we have 448 male, 510 female, with a total of 958 enrollees. For the school year 2017 to 2018, we have 474 male, 524 female, with a total of 998 enrollees. For the school year 2018 to 2019, we have 514 male, 527 female, with a total of 1,041 enrollees. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, we have 526 male, 585 female, with a total of 1,111 enrollees. For the third performance indicator, we have the school dropout for grade 7 to grade 10. For the school year 2016 to 2017, we have 17 male, 10 female, with a total of 27 learners who drop out. For the school year 2017 to 2018, we have 18 male, 11 female, with a total of 29 learners who drop out. For the school year 2018 to 2019, we have 38 male, 7 female, with a total of 45 learners who drop out. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, we have 9 male, 1 female, with a total of 10 learners who drop out. Next, we have the cohort enrollment for grade 7. This refers to the total number of grade 7 students who compose the cohort of the current grade 10 learners. For the school year 2013 to 2014, we have 111 male, 109 female, with a total of 220 enrollees. For the school year 2014 to 2015, we have 128 male, 128 female, with a total of 256 enrollees. For the school year 2015 to 2016, we have 103 male, 117 female, with a total of 220 enrollees. And for the school year 2016 to 2017, we have 128 male, 141 female, with a total of 269 enrollees. Next indicator, we have the cohort survival enrollment for grade 10. These are the learners who form part of the original cohort in grade 7. For the school year 2016 to 2017, we have 103 male, 114 female, with a total of 217 enrollees. For the school year 2017 to 2018, we have 119 male, 126 female, with a total of 245 enrollees. For the school year 2018 to 2019, we have 100 male, 118 female with a total of 218 enrollees. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, we have 102 male, 126 females with a total of 228 enrollees. For the last performance indicator, we have the cohort completers. These are the grade 10 learners who have completed the requirements for a particular school year. For the school year 2016 to 2017, we have 100 male, 111 female with a total of 211 completers. For the school year 2017 to 2018, we have 100 male, 122 female with a total of 222 completers. For the school year 2018 to 2019, we have 97 male, 117 female with a total of 214 completers. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, we have 100 male, 126 female with a total of 226 completers. This time, I will be presenting to you the SBM self-assessment results for the school year 2019 to 2020. There are three thematic areas to be validated. First is the access, which is 45%, followed by the efficiency, 25%, which is composed of the dropout rate, completion rate, and the cohort survival rate. And the last is the quality, which is 30%. The performance improvement data was shown already in the previous slides. However, I have put here the copy of the data below so that it will be easy for us to see the basis of our rating. Presenting to you now is the school performance for access. For the school year 2017 to 2018, the enrollment rate is 40. For the school year 2018 to 2019, the enrollment rate is 43. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, the enrollment rate is 70. The results show that the enrollment rate of the school consistently increased, and it is evident in the data presented in the table here below. The percent of increase for the school year 2017 to 2018 was 4.18%. For the school year 2018 to 2019 was 4.31%. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, it was 6.72%. Since we have reached the equivalent points for average, we got the rating of 2. Although the SBM tool is electronically generated, I have prepared here the sample computation to show how we derive such points. The formula is percent of increase is equal to present total enrollment minus previous total enrollment divided by previous total enrollment times 100. For the school year 2017 to 2018, the percent of increase is 4.18%. For the school year 2018 to 2019, the percent of increase is 4.31%. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, the percent of increase is 6.72%. Our average percent increase, or the API, is 5.07%. The MOV for enrollment rate is the Learner Information System, or LIS, particularly the SF6. Why SF6? Because it is about the summarized report on promotion and learning progress and achievement. Here are the SF6 of the school for the school year 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019. The next performance indicator is the dropout rate, which is under efficiency 25%. The data here in the table shows that the number of dropout learners for the school year 2017 to 2018 and 2018 to 2019 increased. However, for the school year 2019 to 2020, we have a large decrease in the number of dropout learners. So, the percent of decrease for the school year 2017 to 2018 is 0. For school year 2018 to 2019 is also 0. But for the school year 2019 to 2020, we have 79.18% of decrease. We have the rating of 1 here because we have surpassed the baseline data and reached the equivalent points for marginal. For the computation of dropout rate, we follow the formula in getting the percent of decrease. We have the formula. For the computation of dropout rate, we follow the formula. In getting the percent of decrease, the formula is percent of decrease is equal to previous dropout rate minus present dropout rate over previous dropout rate times 100%. For the school year 2017 to 2018, the percent of decrease is 0. For the school year 2018 to 2019, the percent of decrease is also 0. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, the percent of decrease is 79.18%. The average percent decrease is 26.39%. The next performance indicator under efficiency is the completion rate. The data in the tables here below will help us to get the completion rate for the particular school year. The percent of increase for the school year 2017 to 2018 is 0. For school year 2018 to 2019, the percent of increase is 12.17%. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, the percent of increase is also 0. The average percent of increase or the API is 4.06%. Our score is 0 because we did not able to reach the marginal equivalent points for 1. This is the sample computation on how we come out with a rating for completion rate. Formula for percent of increase is equal to present completion rate minus previous completion rate over previous completion rate times 100. For the school year 2017 to 2018, our completion rate is 86.71. Our percent of increase is 0. For the school year 2018 to 2019, our completion rate is 97.27. Our percent of increase is 12.17. For the school year 2019 to 2020, our completion rate is 84.01. Our percent of increase is 0. The average percent increase is 4.06%. The last performance indicator under efficiency is the cohort survival rate. The data in these tables will help us in getting the cohort survival rate for a particular school year. The percent of increase for the school year 2017 to 2018 is 0. For the school year 2018 to 2019, we have also 3.54% of increase. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, we have 0% of increase. The average increase is 1.18%. Our score here is 0 because we did not able to reach the marginal equivalent. This slide shows the cohort survival rate sample computation. The formula for percent of increase is present cohort survival rate minus previous cohort survival rate over previous cohort survival rate times 100%. For the school year 2017 to 2018, the cohort survival rate is 95.70. The percent of increase is 0. For the school year 2018 to 2019, the cohort survival rate is 99.09. The percent of increase is 3.54%. For the school year 2019 to 2020, the cohort survival rate is 84.76. The percent of increase is 0. The average percent increase, or the API, is 1.18%. The means of verification for efficiency 25% is the school Form 6, which is about the summarized report on promotion and learning progress and achievement. Here is the sample of School Form 6 or the SF6 of our school for the school year 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2016. The last thematic area is the quality, 30%. It is composed of the general average of grade 10 learners. The general average for the school year 2017 to 2018 is 83.15. For the school year 2018 to 2019, it is 84.24. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, it is 85.15. This is the sample computation on how we get the percent of increase for the general average. Percent of increase is equal to present general average MPS minus previous general average MPS over previous general average MPS times 100. For the school year 2017 to 2018, the percent of increase is 0. For the school year 2018 to 2019, the percent of increase is 1.31%. And for the school year 2019 to 2020, the percent of increase is 1.08%. The average percent increase is 1.18%. The MOV, or the means of verification for quality, is the School Form 5 or the SF5. It is about the report on promotion and level of proficiency and achievement. So this is the sample of the SF5 of our school. The source of our data for the performance improvement is the SF5 and the SF6 generated from the Learner's Information System or the LIS. This is our SF5. This is the compilation of our School Form 5. And this is the compilation of our School Form 6. For the summary, we have here the printed copy of our SBM self-assessment result. For the access, we have 0.90. For the efficiency, we have 0.08. And for the quality, we got 0. And the total assessment score is 0.98 with a description of good.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Pia, for that comprehensive presentation. And to give all of us a glimpse of what's happening inside Sicsican National High School, and its journey on SBM best practices, let us all focus our attention on the screen for an audio-visual presentation about this institution.
Sicsican National High School.
Enhancing potentials, nurturing talents, producing future leaders, rising quality researchers, delivering quality, equitable, complete basic secondary education. Sicsican National High School shapes another entry in history by creating significant progress in both junior and senior school learning divisions, both achieving excellence in academic curriculum instructions and relative activities lead to its resounding achievements. Sicsican National High School proudly celebrates its achievements in reaching 48 years of giving quality and excellent trademark in the field of high school education. 48 years of academic excellence legacy to its stakeholders. Sicsican National High School is one of the leading performing schools and a DepEd recognized secondary high school in the division of Puerto Princesa City under large school category, which is located at the heart of Barangay Sicsican with a total land area of 10,000 square meters, bought and donated by the city government. With the power of enactment resolution number 544, series 1972 by the City Council of Puerto Princesa, Sicsican National High School has been established and truly existed. Sicsican National High School was formerly led by competent and skilled teachers, head teachers, teachers in charge, and school principals. This institution offers junior high school and senior high school basic secondary education. Our senior high school programs involve general academic strand, accountancy and business management strand, science, technology, engineering and mathematics strand, humanities and social sciences strand, technical vocational livelihood strand with components in industrial arts, information technology, electrical installation management, shielded metal arc welding, bread and pastry production, food and beverages services, and agri-crop production. Concurrently, the school has rapidly growing, having 1,224 junior high school learners and 469 senior high school students. These learners are under the leadership of 50 equally competent junior high school teachers and 12 senior high school teachers, together with 5 administrative staff. The school comprising a total of 67 competent and skilled faculty and staff, ably managed and administered through the leadership of Ma'am Elma Belia, School Principal 2, and under the supervision of the Parent Supervisor in Charge, Education Program Supervisor in ESP, Madam Shirley F. Lilang. Sicsican National High School proudly presents its school-based management best practices. The school programs such as Gulayan sa Paaralan program, which was awarded as Best Gulayan sa Paaralan Implementer, Secondary School Large School category by the DepEd Regional Office. The school's Gulayan sa Paaralan has been a venue for benchmarking site relative to the school gardening endeavor. Brigada Escuela Best Implementer, regional level under large school category due to the active involvement, collaborative efforts and engagement from the different stakeholders who counterpart to these resounding achievements. The School Learning Resources Management Development System has been awarded with Best Learning Resource Center in all secondary schools in the division level under large school category, Best Reading Corner, and most numbered visits and uploads at LRMDS portal. Material Recovery Facility awarded as Best MRF in School and Best Maintained Landscape Area by the Awards Committee. Students' welfare is at par highly sustained and developed by intensifying child protection policy program, which ensures to the adherence of providing child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating environment, providing school initiative programs and activities which implement guidance services based on the needs of all the learners. The continuous school development, particularly in repair and maintenance of facilities, is one of the topmost priorities of the school to ensure the safety, accessibility, and well-renovated school buildings, water facilities, electrical lines, school signages, concrete pathways, canteen repairs, fencing, and hand-washing facility improvements are evident enough through a remarkable leadership of the school administrator. To cope along with the changes brought up by the current situation, Sicsican National High School is one among the other secondary schools which initiated the RFID system, and the campus is equipped with CCTV to ensure safety and security. Immersion programs for senior high school students being partnered with the topmost hotels, restaurants, agricultural offices, government offices in the city for a lifelong learning skills attainment and best practices for their on-the-job trainings. The school administrator ensures the teachers' continuous learning growth and development to become more competent classroom instructional managers through intensive, accurate, and sustainable professional development programs through in-service trainings, gender advocacy and development programs, mentoring sessions, and school learning action cell to cope and adhere to the changes brought up by this pandemic and the challenges of 21st century learning styles. New breed of teacher researchers. The school has been awarded with Leadership Award for basic researches conducted by the competent teachers, acquiring awards for Best Research Presenters and Best Research Papers in the field of teaching and learning, child protection, human resource development, and governance. Sicsican National High School continues to pay tribute and acknowledgement to its stakeholders by recognizing their initiative, support extended to the school, and remarkable partnership throughout the time by giving exemplary flag of appreciation and recognition to its supportive stakeholders. Likewise, the school is also a recipient of numerous awards, acknowledgement, and recognition given back by stakeholders so as the local government unit and other private institutions conferred its awards of recognition to school initiatives and programs implemented. The school has been undeniably excelling not only in the academic field but also in sports endeavors, consistently awarded as first runner-up in the city sports athletic meet, which showcases the students' prowess, talents, and skills in the field of sports, producing world-class and competent athletes and sports scholars. The school's active engagement in scouting, both the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, have been remarkable and duly recognized by the council by bagging different awards and recognitions during the school, division, and regional level encampments and jamborees. Student-initiated programs run by the Supreme Student Government in partnership with the AP Department by continuous effort in giving a gift program through a Noche Buena and life packages to less fortunate students, most especially during this time of pandemic. In order to adhere and cope with the emergence of this worldwide pandemic, the school has never been idle in its mandates of delivering quality and equitable basic secondary education to its learners through modular distance learning modality and working collaboratively with parents and other stakeholders. The school has notably performed and received highest distinction in both academic and co-curricular activities, leading to its resounding achievements. To name a few:
Regional Champion in Manik Aninong Dulaan during the Regional Festival of Talents in the year 2018. First place in Pop Quiz during the Division Pop Quiz in the year 2018. First place in Geographic B in the year 2018. Second place in Damath Competition 2019 Division Level. Champion in Direkko Ganapko Division Festival of Talents year 2019. Champion in Pintahusay Division Festival of Talents year 2019. Third place in On the Spot Painting Contest UP Pautakan year 2018. First runner-up Cheer Dance Competition in Balayong Festival year 2020. Grand Champion in Ultimate Dance Battle in Inter-School Division year 2018. Prestigiously presenting to you the school-based management working team of Sicsican National High School with overall supervision of Ma'am May L. Mabella, Principal 2, spearheaded by SBM School Coordinator Ma'am Fia May G. Salmo, Master Teacher 1 in Science, Junior High School. For Principal 1, Leadership and Governance, led by Ma'am Lucita D. Sumandal, Master Teacher 1 in English, Junior High School. Members, Angeline M. Aborol, Head Teacher 3, Junior High School. Francisco D. Panya, Master Teacher 2, Junior High School. Bernadette Tamsi, Teacher 3, Junior High School. Agnes B. Mendoza, Teacher 3, Senior High School. And Ma'am Ria Anyar, Teacher 2, Senior High School. For Principal 2, which is Curriculum and Instruction, led by Ma'am Fia May G. Salmo, Master Teacher 1, Junior High School. Members, Olive S. Hikilan, Head Teacher 3, Junior High School. Ariel Machiko, Master Teacher 1, Junior High School. Sheila May Salibio, Teacher 3, Junior High School. Catherine Arambulo, Teacher 3, Junior High School. And Ma'am Jenny F. Manito, Teacher 3, Junior High School. For Principal 3, Accountability and Continuous Improvement, led by Ma'am Roda Padilla, Teacher 3, Junior High School. Members, Lelibet Z. Limwako, Head Teacher 3, Junior High School. Mary Grace I. Ogo, Master Teacher 1, Junior High School. Eleanor M. Heredero, Teacher 3, Junior High School. Clarita T. Abiog, Teacher 3, Junior High School. And Bernadette O. Basaya, Teacher 3, Junior High School. For Principal 4, Management of Resources, led by Ma'am Gracel L. Campbell, Teacher 1, Junior High School. Members, Romeo Dormile, Head Teacher 3, Junior High School. Miriam Y. Herher, Master Teacher 1, Junior High School. Gretchen Sumandal, Teacher 3, Junior High School. Ruvi A. Pidakan, Teacher 3, Junior High School. And Ma'am Marilo M. Bulaso, Teacher 3, Junior High School. For the ABP theme, chaired by Sir Joey L. Huerte. Members, Sir Michael Villanueva, Ma'am Jenny Villanueva, Sir Eric John T. Reyes, Ma'am Julian Fernandez, Ma'am Nikki Timbangkaya, Ma'am Liana T. Dihocos, Sir Cesar Claridad, and Sir Francis Calda. Sicsican National High School will continue to soar high and adheres to its mandates by providing quality, equitable, culture-based, and complete basic education promulgated by the Department of Education. In Sicsican National High School, where every learner becomes an achiever.
Wow! What we have witnessed was a video presentation of the history, achievement, programs, and SBM best practices of Sicsican National High School. That concludes the first part of our SBM virtual validation, and we will be moving on to the next segment, which is the SBM validation proper. Stay tuned! Welcome to the second part of our validation process. School-based management level of practice is divided into 4 principles. First, leadership and governance. Second, curriculum and instruction. Third is accountability and continuous improvement. And fourth is management of resources. Each principle, there are teachers involved in the data collection and finding all the MOVs. So, the presentation of today's MOV is divided into 2. The first one is 60% to determine the performance improvement under access, efficiency, and quality thematic areas. The second one is 40% for SBM assessment score per principle under leadership and governance, curriculum and instruction, accountability and continuous improvement, and management of resources. Moving on to the next part, we will be witnessing the presentation of the next 40% for the school-based management assessment score per principle. Let's begin with Principle 1, Leadership and Governance. To present the MOVs and relative documents and evidences, I am giving now the virtual floor to Ma'am Lucita D. Sumandal, Master Teacher 1 in English, for her presentation.
To our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loida P. Adornado, CESO 6. The group of field validators, headed by Dr. Dennis M. Lucas Sr., EPS, TLE, and Ma'am Jesslyn O. Amador, Senior Education Program Specialist. And to the Division SBM Coordinator, Dr. Ambrosio S. Corpizo. I am Lucita Sumandal, Master Teacher 1 of Sicsican National High School, and I am tasked to present to you the School-Based Management Principle 1, which is Leadership and Governance, comprising the 30% of the SBM assessment tool.
This time, I'm going to present to you Principle 1, which focuses on leadership and governance. In place for Indicator 1 is a development plan developed collaboratively by the stakeholders of the school and community. With the MOVs, for MOV1, the Approved Enhanced School Improvement Plan. For MOV2, we have the Approved Annual Improvement Plan. And the Annual Implementation Plan. For MOV3, we have the Approved Enhanced School Learning Continuity Plan. For MOV4, a received copy of letter of intent from the stakeholders to enhance the school improvement plan. And for MOV5, the documentation or minutes of the meetings with photos and videos showing the community stakeholders taking the leadership role in enhancing the school improvement plan, while the school providing technical support. And now, I'm going to proceed to indicator 2. The developmental plan is regularly reviewed by the school community to keep it responsive and relevant to the emerging needs, challenges, and opportunities. Let me start with MOV1, Memorandum to the School Planning Team to conduct mid-year in year-end review of Enhanced School Improvement Plan, Annual Improvement Plan, and School Learning Continuity Plan. For MOV2, it is about the summary of findings, recommendations, and suggested SIP-EIP and SLCP adjustments to improve the plans. For MOV3, it is about the mid-year and year-end reports. Next, for MOV4, it is about the copy of Enhanced School Improvement Plan, Annual Improvement Plan, and School Learning Continuity Plan, which is reviewed by the school planning team with evidence of adjustments. And for MOV5, the received copy of invitation letter sent to the stakeholders to review the developmental plans. And lastly, MOV6, the documentation or minutes of the meetings with pictures showing school and community stakeholders working as full partners leads the continual review and improvement of the plans. I will be presenting to you indicator 3, the school organized by a clear structure and work arrangement that promote shared leadership and governance and define the roles and responsibilities of the stakeholders. For MOV1, it shows the approved copy of the school existing organizational structure, the school COVID task force, the school governing council, followed by the Parents Teachers Association, the project team, the Child Protection Committee, and the school planning team. For MOV2, it shows the copy of different roles and responsibilities of the officers of the organizations crafted by the school and duly conformed by its officers. For MOV3, it shows the minutes of meetings with pictures showing the collaboration between the school and community in defining the structure and roles and responsibilities of the stakeholders. And now, let's have indicator 4. It is about leadership network facilities, communication between and among school and community leaders for informed decision-making and solving of school community-wide learning problems. For MOV1, a copy of electronic school report card for the last 3 school years. For MOV2, the updated transparency and accountability board, which is displayed in a conspicuous place. For MOV3, the copy of reports displayed in transparency and accountability board. For indicator 4, the updated directory of school leaders with contact information. For MOV5, the emergency hotlines displayed in a conspicuous place with file copy in the office of the principal. And for MOV6, the updated compilation of students and family contact details. And for MOV7, the receive invitation letter, minutes of meetings with photos and videos, and other related documents of school leaders discussing school problems and solution. And lastly, for MOV8, the copy of Memorandum of Agreement and Understanding between and among the school leaders addressing a particular school problems. Lastly, I will be presenting to you indicator 5, a long-term program in operation that addresses the training and development needs of school and community leaders. Let me start with MOV1, the training needs assessment tool. For MOV2, it is about the training needs assessment report. It is followed by MOV3, the approved staff professional development plan based on the TNA, training needs and assessment. And for MOV4, the complete staff work on the conducted training, capacity building, school learning action cell, inset in others with participation and involvement of stakeholders. Let me proceed to indicator 5MOV5. Training completion reports with photos. For MOV6, the monitoring and evaluation report on the conducted training, capacity building, school learning action cell, INSET, and others. Okay, that's all, and thank you very much. Again, I presented the principle 1, which focuses on leadership and governance. Thank you. This time, I'm going to present to you principle 1, which focuses on leadership and governance. In place for indicator 1 is a development plan developed collaboratively by the stakeholders of the school and community. With the MOVs, for MOV1, the approved enhanced school improvement plan. For MOV2, we have the approved annual improvement plan. And the annual implementation plan. For MOV3, we have the approved enhanced school learning continuity plan. For MOV4, a received copy of letter of intent from the stakeholders to enhance the school improvement plan. And for MOV5, the documentation or minutes of the meetings with photos and videos showing the community stakeholders taking the leadership role in enhancing the school improvement plan, while the school providing technical support. And now, I'm going to proceed to indicator 2. The developmental plan is regularly reviewed by the school community to keep it responsive and relevant to the emerging needs, challenges, and opportunities. Let me start with MOV1, Memorandum to the School Planning Team to conduct mid-year in year-end review of Enhanced School Improvement Plan, Annual Improvement Plan, and School Learning Continuity Plan. For MOV2, it is about the summary of findings, recommendations, and suggested SIP-EIP and SLCP adjustments to improve the plans. For MOV3, it is about the mid-year and year-end reports. Next, for MOV4, it is about the copy of enhanced school improvement plan, annual improvement plan, and school learning continuity plan, which is reviewed by the school planning team with evidence of adjustments. And for MOV5, the received copy of invitation letter sent to the stakeholders to review the developmental plans. And lastly, MOV6, the documentation or minutes of the meetings with pictures showing school and community stakeholders working as full partners leads the continual review and improvement of the plans. I will be presenting to you Indicator 3, the school organized by a clear structure and work arrangement that promote shared leadership and governance and define the roles and responsibilities of the stakeholders. For MOV1, it shows the approved copy of the school existing organizational structure, the school COVID task force, the school governing council, followed by the Parents Teachers Association, the project team, the Child Protection Committee, and the school planning team. For MOV2, it shows the copy of different roles and responsibilities of the officers of the organizations crafted by the school and duly conformed by its officers. For MOV3, it shows the minutes of meetings with pictures showing the collaboration between the school and community in defining the structure and roles and responsibilities of the stakeholders. And now, let's have indicator 4. It is about leadership network facilities, communication between and among school and community leaders for informed decision-making and solving of school community-wide learning problems. For MOV1, a copy of electronic school report card for the last 3 school years. For MOV2, the updated transparency and accountability board, which is displayed in a conspicuous place. For MOV3, the copy of reports displayed in transparency and accountability board. For indicator 4, the updated directory of school leaders with contact information. For MOV5, the emergency hotlines displayed in a conspicuous place with file copy in the office of the principal. And for MOV6, the updated compilation of students and family contact details. And for MOV7, the received invitation letter, minutes of meetings with photos and videos, and other related documents of school leaders discussing school problems and solution. And lastly, for MOV8, the copy of Memorandum of Agreement and Understanding between and among the school leaders addressing a particular school problems. Lastly, I will be presenting to you Indicator 5, a long-term program in operation that addresses the training and development needs of school and community leaders. Let me start with MOV1, the training needs assessment tool. For MOV2, it is about the training needs assessment report. It is followed by MOV3, the approved staff professional development plan based on the TNA, training needs and assessment. And for MOV4, the complete staff work on the conducted training, capacity building, school learning action cell, inset and others with participation and involvement of stakeholders. Let me proceed to indicator 5MOV5, training completion reports with photos. For MOV6, the monitoring and evaluation report on the conducted training, capacity building, school learning action cell, inset, and others. Okay, that's all, and thank you very much. Again, I presented the principle 1, which focuses on leadership and governance. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your presence in this virtual school-based management validation. Mabuhay!
Thank you so much, Ma'am Rosita Sumandal, for the presentation of Principle 1. This time around, let us have the Principle 2, which is about the curriculum and instructions. I am giving back the virtual floor to Ma'am Fia Meiji Salmo, Master Teacher 1 in Science, for her presentation.
Allow me to pay respect to our school's division superintendent, Sir Severiano A. Arzaga, to our assistant schools division superintendent, Dr. Loida P. Adornado, to our CID chief, Dr. Cyril Sirador, SGOB chief, Dr. Elazer Arellano, To our parent supervisor, Ma'am Shirley F. Linang, and other division personnel. Our division SBM validators, headed by Dr. Dennis M. Lucas and Ma'am Jesseline O. Amador. Our school SBM coordinating team, headed by our principal, Ma'am May L. Mabella, with the different leaders of every principal, their members, teachers, and parents. Good day. It is my task to present to you the Principle 2, which is about the curriculum and instruction, comprising 30% of the SBM assessment score. This is our presentation for the 30% of the SBM self-assessment score, which is about the Principle 2, curriculum and instruction. In pursuit for excellence, for the skills, knowledge, talent, and attitude of our learners, the school implemented programs that caters all types of learners. And that what is being stated in the first indicator of this principle. In Principle 2, Indicator 1, it states that the curriculum provides for the development needs of all types of learners in the school community. The MOVs that we'll be presenting for this indicator will satisfy the points for Level 3. For the MOV1, we have the results of academic contests outside the school and certificate of recognition received. With a humble heart, I am proud to say that in every academic contest participated by the school, we are always given distinction, like being the second placer in the Division Pap Quiz Competition 2019, first placer in the Division Pap Quiz Competition 2018, and third placer in the Division Pap Quiz Competition 2017. Another contest that we participated was the Geographic B 2018, and we won first place. And for that, we received a trophy, medals, and a cash prize of 5,000 pesos. For the Consumer Quiz B 2019, we got second place. And for the Consumer Quiz B 2018, we got third place. Sicsican National High School bagged the championship in Manik-Aninong Dulaan, both in Division and Regional Festival of Talent 2018. With that, we received a certificate of recognition and a trophy. The school was also awarded third placer in debate competition during the Division Festival of Talents 2019, third placer in Solvaton competition, second placer in the math competition during the Division Math Camp 2019. Also, the Sicsican National High School Senior High School students ranked first place in the UMath Snakes and Ladders competition during the conduct of Division Math Camp 2019. The school also won as third placer in on-the-spot painting contest during the UP Pautakan 2018. Champion in Direko Ganap Mo competition, champion in Pinta Husay contest during the Division Festival of Talents 2019. We got second place in Science Quiz B during the Division Sci-Olympics 2017. Champion in Jingle Writing Singing Contest, champion in Pagsulat ng Dagli sa Pandibisyong Tagisan ng Talento 2017. The school won second place in Beauty Care competition, third place in Spanish Sardines Style, during the conduct of the Vision Festival of Talents 2019. And here are other certificate of recognition received by our school from the different competitions, contests participated. So we have here second place in Sulatanghalan 2017 Division Festival of Talents. We have also got an award of third place in Siniliksik during the conduct of the Division Festival of Talents 2017, and we received also the award for Dagliang Talumpati during the 2018 Division Festival of Talents. All academic and non-academic contests that the school participated are recorded in this by learning area in their specific logbook. So we have here the logbook for subject. We have here the Filipino department. We have here the Math English department. We have the logbook from the AP department. Logbook from Science department. We have here the logbook of Math department. We have here the logbook of Senior High School. The logbook of the TLE department. And we have here also the logbook of MAPE and Values department. And here are the sample of the entries in the logbook. So we have there the date, the contest description, the name of the contestants, the name of the coaches, the level of the contest participated, and the remarks. For the MOV2, which is about the report of participation of students and teachers of activities outside the school. The Sicsican National High School students are not only good in academic, but also in extracurricular activities. Like the school participated in the participation of the school in Balayong Festival Chair Dance Competition 2020, wherein we won first place. The Sicsican National High School Drum and LAR participated actively in the different programs and activities conducted outside the school, like in Batang Pinoy 2019. The school won Grand Champion in the Ultimate Dance Battle Inter-High School Competition, wherein we receive a trophy and a certificate of recognition. The Sicsican National High School students prove that they have both beauty and brains by joining in beauty contest, like what we have here. We have one of our students, Kayla Diluz, the bag first runner-up in the search for Motya ng Siksikan 2020 and first runner-up in the search for Miss Puerto Princesa City representing the Sicsican National High School. The Palawan Boy Scout Council honored the school with an award for participation in the Southern Palawan Council-wide Advancement Camp 2018. Also, the Palawan Girl Scout Council honored the school with an award for participation in the 52nd Council-wide Camp 2019 and gave certificate of recognition for the different contests won. Another contest participated by our student was the robotics inter-school competition for 2018 and the robotics inter-school competition for 2019. The teachers and faculty of Sicsican National High School also actively participated in the different activities like Batang Pinoy Fun Run in 2019 and Coastal Cleanup Drive in September 2019. Ma'am Jillian Fernandez, our science teacher, was one of the finalists of the Best Demonstration Teacher during the conduct of AFTA share first International Virtual Teaching Demo Fest. The teacher researchers of Sicsican National High School participated and won different awards during the 3rd Division Basic Educational Research Summit held on November 15, 2019 at City State Asturias Hotel, Puerto Princesa City. The different awards received by our teacher researchers are the following. We have the Best in Tarpaulin Presentation, 1st place. Best in Oral Presentation, 3rd place. The teacher researchers also and school receive a certificate of recognition from the Department of Education during the 4th DepEd Memarupa Research Summit. For the MOV3, we have the documentation that the school has been benchmarked on innovations on school differentiated programs. So presented here in the slide are the request letter, the proof of attendance, and the certification during the conduct of the benchmarking activity for Gulayan sa Paaralan. And here, we have the photo documentation during the said activity. The Gulayan sa Paaralan benchmarking activity was participated by the school heads and the Gulayan sa Paaralan coordinators of the different public elementary and secondary schools of the division of Puerto Princesa. And that was held on February 14, 2020. For the MOV4, we have the documentation for the conduct of write-ups for learning materials and training in updating teacher competencies on curriculum pedagogy. So the school faculty members engage in a training session on the crafting of the lesson plan to promote and improve holistic teaching learning process. So we have here also the different departments that conducted write-up sessions in updating teachers' competencies on curriculum and pedagogy. So here is the minutes of conducted school LAC session on learning. For the MOV5, we have the contextualized intervention programs. So here we have the copy of the program proposal presented by Sir Joey L. Huerte, our English teacher who initiated a program in English on the intervention of the youth learning materials during the conduct of English reading encampment. This is also a copy of the approved action plan for the intervention program conducted. And here, another intervention programs conducted in our school by our Master Teacher 1 in Filipino, Sir Ariel I. Macheco. So the pictures highlights the utilization on the intervention of the Subarao material to grade 7 students. Here are the localized materials crafted by Sir Ariel Macheco in the that was used in the intervention program. So we have here the lokalisadong module, Panitikang Subarao, mga koleksyon ng comics. There we have also mga likom na kwentong bayan mula sa Palawan. And all of those materials was crafted by Sir Ariel Macheco. For the MOV6, contextualized modules, of course, we have here the different learning materials localized by our master teachers and other teachers of Sicsican National High School. So these materials were designed and utilized to connect the acquisition of fundamental abilities to academic materials by focusing teaching and learning exclusively on actual application in the context of students' interest. So we have here the copy of mga likom na kwentong bayan mula sa Palawan, mga lokalisadong sanaysay, we have the collection ng comics, lokalisadong module ng panitikang Subaraw, and we have also here the theme or the copy of the strategic intervention material. And also, we have here the copy of the click and class module written by our teachers in Sicsican National High School. And we have here the bridging material used by our teachers. So we have there the name of the teachers who prepared, the one who checked by the department head, proofread by the master teacher, and approved by our dear principal, Ma'am Mayel Mabelia. The Principle 2 Indicator 2 states that the implemented curriculum is localized to make more meaning to the learners and applicable to life in the community. The MOVs that we will be presenting for this indicator will satisfy the points for Level 3. For the MOV1, we have documentation that the school has been benchmarked on their best practices in localizing the curriculum. So presenting to you are the request letter and the proof of attendance of the benchmarking activity for the localized materials Panitikang Subaraw. This localized materials was not only benchmarked, but it was also adapted and utilized by other schools. We have here the copy of the certificate given to us by Luz Viminda Elementary School that proved the adoption and utilization of the localized materials Panitikang Subaraw during the conduct of Brigada Pagbasa program of Luz Viminda Elementary School. Here, we also have the photo documentation of the said activity. And I have here the copy of the documents presented. So I have here the letter given to us by the principal of the Luz Viminda Elementary School. We have here the certificate, the photo documentation, and we also have here the attendance. For the MOV2, proof that locally developed LRs is published in the LR portal, printed or widely circulated in the division level. So these are the sample certificates given to the writers of the click and class. And the contextualized self-learning modules were developed and made available to learners and teachers at the LR portal. So we have here the copy of the certificate. For the next MOV, best practices on the development and implementation of innovative need-based learning materials. One of the best practices of the school is the development and utilization of innovative learning materials based on the list mastered competencies. So we have there the Panitikang Subaraw. And here's more of the developed innovative learning materials. We have the koleksyon ng comics, mga likom na kwentong bayan mula sa Palawan, mga lokalisadong sanaysay. All of this was crafted and written by Sir Ariel Macheco. Sir Eric John Reyes shared Pickers Up as one of his innovative tools employed for best teaching practice. This is the compilation of the used learning materials for English reading intervention program. And these are the sample of the bridging materials. Here is the Strategic Intervention Materials, or the SIM, an instructional tool that won first place in SIM contest during the conduct of Division Sci Olympics. The student researchers show their wit in defending their innovative project in front of the panel of judges. I have here the compilation of the best practices for innovative learning materials. We have here the copy. We have here the SIM. Here's the other one. We have here the copy of the Panitikang Subaraw. And we also have here the copy of the localized materials. For the MOV4, parental involvement in the production of innovative-based materials. The PTA got involved in the production of innovative-based materials by donating 1 unit of printer, and it is supported by the acceptance letter and the deed of donation. Another proof of parental involvement is the participation of the parents during the conduct of reading intervention program supported by a resolution signed by the PTA officers. So we have here the actual copy of the output or the MOVs presented. Okay, the last MOV for this indicator, we have the action research conducted, focus on pedagogy and content. So action research were conducted and presented to the division office with the goal of improving teaching, instruction, and learning materials. So here are the sample of the action researches that we have. Okay, and most of it were award-winning researches. So we have here the actual copy of the action research. We have here the compilation of all the action researches. those are our teacher researchers during the third DepEd Memarupa Research Summit and during the second Regional Research Summit. That's all for the indicator 2. The next indicator for Principle 2 states that a representative group of school and community stakeholders develop the methods and materials for developing creative thinking and problem solving. The MOVs that we are going to present in this indicator will satisfy the points for level 3. For the MOV1, we have the inventory of developed or enhanced learning resources. So we have there the copy of our inventory report, and the table shows the quantity, subject, name of the author or writer, and the title of the materials enhanced by the teachers of Sicsican National High School. And we have here the actual copy of the inventory report. For the MOV2, inventory of innovations in the teaching and learning process. So we have also there the copy of the inventory report of innovation, and the table shows the quantity, subject, name of the innovation, the writer or the author, and the title of the materials developed or enhanced by the teachers of Sicsican National High School. So we have here the sample of the innovation, which is the strategic intervention material or SIM. And the actual copy of the documents presented is here. There. For the MOV3, certification that the develop or enhanced learning resources and innovation in the teaching and learning process were adapted and utilized by the school, family, and community. So these pictures highlight the letter of request to use the Subarao module, the certification for the author in using the localized materials, the narrative report in adoption and utilization of Subarao material, and the signatures of the teachers who use the material. And these are some of the certificates of recognition received by the writers and innovators of Sicsican National High School. Okay, more of the certificates, sample certificates of recognition. The picture shows utilization of Subarao learning materials for grade 7 students. And here we have also the picture shows that the parents and teachers of Luz Biminda Elementary School adopted Subarao localized material and used in their Brigada Pabasa program. So the MOVs, the actual MOVs, okay, here presented. For the MOB4, monitoring results showing the attainment of expected outputs. So we have here the picture that shows the result of the monitoring and evaluation of the intervention using the Panitikang Subarao as localized text materials. We have also here another monitoring form, the individual learning progress monitoring form. We have also here the copy of the learning task monitoring form. and also the students' progress sheet. These forms were crafted by Ma'am Bernadette Basaya to monitor the progress of the students. Okay, so we have here the actual documents, copy of the documents presented. For the MOV5, documentation report of intervention and innovation conducted. So these are the documentations during the intervention and innovation conducted. So the Panitikang Subarao was adopted by Sicsican National High School and Luz Biminda Elementary School. For the MOB6, LAC sessions focus on diversity of learners. So LAC session focus on the development of the different instructional materials considering the diversity of learners. So these are the copy of the training matrix and the minutes of the meetings of the different LAC sessions conducted in our school. The LAC session tackles about the problem-based learning, and through this, students learn to construct and process questions to find answers to their problems. So we have there the copy of the minutes, the attendance sheet, the photo documentations. Okay, here's more of the copy of the minutes of meetings for the School Learning Action Cell. So we have here the actual copy of the documents presented. For the MOV7, copy of mentoring and coaching program or activities. Okay, so we have there the performance monitoring and coaching form for our co-teachers given to us by our master teachers. Okay. MOV8, we have the action research on the impact of intervention program. So we have here the copy of the action research. Yeah. The Panitikang Subarao bilang lokalisadong mga teksto, interbensyon sa pag-unawa sa pagbasa ng mga mag-aaral sa Baitang 7. So here are the result and the interpretations of the data of the intervention given. So that's all for the indicator 3. The principle 2 indicator 4 states that the learning systems are regularly and collaboratively monitored by the community using appropriate tools to ensure the holistic growth and development of the learners and the community. The MOVs that we will be presenting for this indicator will satisfy the points for level 3. For the MOV1, we have the evidence of the conduct of school monitoring evaluation and plan adjustment, or the SMEPA. So here we have the copy of the planning worksheet for access and quality. And this planning worksheet covers school year 2019 to 2021. It was prepared by our principal, Ma'am Mabelia, and checked by our parent supervisor, Ma'am Shirley F. Lilang. We have here also the copy of the project monitoring report prepared by the chairman and the members of the monitoring and evaluation team. Here we have the adjusted annual implementation plan for the calendar year 2020. Signed by the chairman and the members of the school planning team. Okay, so here the photo documentation of the meeting participated by the department heads, master teachers, and the grade level chairs. And this meeting aims to gather data and information as essential outputs in decision making in order to achieve the organizational performance for efficient and effective fulfillment of the division's mandate. So we have here the actual copy of the MOVs presented. For the MOV2, the summary of feedback from the suggestion box, feedback from the parents and learners with action taken. So here we have the sample of the improvised suggestion box of Sicsican National High School. And we have here the record of stakeholders' feedback with the action taken. And this picture shows are taken during the meeting of the school leaders discussing the action to be implemented in the feedback of the parents. So we have here the actual copy of the documents presented. For the MOV3, record of involvement of stakeholders in the development of policies and procedures. So the photo documentation of the PTA BOD members during the meeting regarding the school rules and regulation is presented here on the slide. For the MOB4, we have the updated electronic school report card with proof of dissemination to the stakeholders. This is the copy of our electronic school report card for the school year 2019 to 2020. So we can see there the history of the school. And also, it includes the performance improvement of the school, the organizational chart, the summary of teaching and non-teaching items, the number of teachers by highest educational attainment. And this is the copy of the electronic school report card for the school year 2018 to 2019. And this is the copy of the electronic school report card for the school year 2017 to 2018. These pictures shows the dissemination of the electronic school report card to the parents and stakeholders. For the MOB5, we have the copy of rubrics for differentiated instruction. Okay, so these are sample rubrics used by Ma'am Marilu Bulasok, our TLE teacher, with evidence of students' output. And this is the compilation of rubrics of the AP department. compilation of rubrics in ICT, and rubrics for the performance test in dressmaking. So this is the actual copy of the documents presented. So we have here the different rubrics prepared by our teachers. For the MOV6, documented partnership activities on improving assessment design. This picture shows the involvement of the stakeholders in improving the assessment design. For the MOV7, proof of networking activities with the stakeholders on the improvement of school activities. So we have here the copy of the resource mobilization form for Brigada Escuela, showing the participation of our stakeholders in the improvement of the school facilities. So here we can see the different organizations, the different persons who got involved or participated in our Brigada Escuela activity for the improvement of our school facilities. So there we also have the copy of the attendance sheets for our volunteers. Here we have the photo documentation showing the involvement of our stakeholders, the parents, and other organizations in the improvement of our school facilities. So we have there the parents while they are doing the repair of leak pipes. And also we have there the stakeholders in cleaning of school canteen, library, and other school facilities. Then we also have the participation of the Coast Guard in the demolition of old science building and painting of the fence of our school. Then we also have there the parents and other stakeholders in pruning of trees and grass cutting and gardening. Okay, then we have also here the copy of the pictures of the demolition of flower box done by parents and students of Sicsican National High School. So that's all for the indicator number 4. The Principle 2, Indicator 5 states that appropriate assessment tools for teaching and learning are continuously reviewed and improved, and assessment results are contextualized to the learner and local situation and the attainment of the relevant skills. The MOVs that we will be presenting for this indicator will satisfy the points for Level 3. For the MOV1, we have documentation of the review of the assessment tool conducted by the school. So here we have the minutes of the meeting showing the review of the assessment tools used for evaluating the performance of our immersion students. This was conducted by the school together with the stakeholders. And this is the actual copy of the documents presented. For the second MOV, evidence of modification of assessment tools based on the suggestions gathered from the FGD or meetings conducted. Here are the documents that prove the modification of the evaluation tools. The immersion partners here are really giving their suggestions for the improvement of the assessment tools. And it was used as one of the bases for the revision of the said tools. Presenting to you now are the copies of the revised assessment tool. And here, I have the actual copy of the documents presented. There you go. For the MOV3, approved assessment tool by the school. So I have here the copy of the approved assessment tool prepared by Ma Mary Grace I. Ugok, the Master Teacher 1 in Araling Panlipunan, and also the immersion teacher. Checked by the Master Teacher 2 in Mathematics and the Senior High School Coordinator, Sir Francisco Di Panya, and approved by our Principal, May L. Mabelia. And here, I have the copies of the actual documents presented. For the MOV4, evidence where assessment results are shared to the stakeholders through assemblies and other platforms. So these are the evidences showing that the assessment results were shared to the stakeholders. So we have there the information dissemination to parents and students on the evaluation tool, the information dissemination to partner institution on the evaluation tool. So this is the actual copy of the documents. Next, the MOB5, documentation on the learning programs activities developed as a result of the assessment. As a result of the assessment, here are the programs or activities conducted. Of course, we have our awarding ceremonies, and we have given a work immersion award for our students and certificate of recognition for our immersion partners. So as a result also, 14/14 or 100% of our FBS grade 12 students successfully passed the national assessment given by the TESDA and received their FBS national certificate too. That's all for the indicator 5. The principle 2, indicator 6, states that learning managers and facilitators, teachers, administrators, and community members nurture values and environments that are protective of all children and demonstrate behaviors consistent with the organization's vision, mission, and goal. The MOVs that we will be presenting for this indicator will satisfy the points for level 3. For the MOV1, we have the child-friendly school assessment tool and result. So here, it's the copy of our child-friendly school assessment tool, and the result shows that Sicsican National High School got the total score of 31.75 that satisfied the points for outstanding child-friendly school. So Sicsican National High School is one of the outstanding child-friendly school in the division of Puerto Princesa City. For the MOV2, School Advocacy Program on Child Protection Related Concern. So here we can see the guidance office bulletin board, and it was displayed in a conspicuous area in our school. We can see here the advocacy materials for child protection policy, the materials for campaign against child abuse, anti-bullying campaign materials. We also have here the poster for National Drug Education Program. And we also have here the Child Protection Committee. The Sicsican National High School, headed by our guidance office, conducted the forum on drug education prevention. In May 29, 2019, the school also launched the ceremony for Barkada Contra Droga. The Child Protection Committee, or the CPC, monitored the nearby stores, reminding the vendors about the city governance campaign for tobacco control program and selling of liquors. So here are the posters used by the guidance office to promote its services to the students. And I quote, "May problema ka? Tara, usap tayo." Okay, the school crafted a school child protection policy handbook, which serve as a guidelines in protecting and safeguarding the welfare of our students. For the MOV3, we have the memorandum on the schedule, duty of the school nurse and supported by logbook. So we have here the copy of the schedule of the duty of the clinic in charge. And we also have here the designation of our clinic in charge. And we have here the logbook. So I have here the actual logbook of the clinic. Okay, for the MOB4, functional school clinic. Okay, so that's our school clinic, and that can be found just beside the principal's office. For the MOB5, we have the available recreational facilities. So we have here our school gym, wherein we can see that our students are enjoying playing volleyball and enjoying practicing their Zumba dance. And also, our school gym was utilized in the different programs and activities in our school, like the culminating. For the MOV6, certificate or plaque as Brigada Escuela awardee or nominee in the regional level. So we have here the certificate of recognition given to Sicsican National High School as Best Implementing School Mega Category for Secondary in Brigada Escuela 2018. We have also received a certificate of recognition given to us by the regional office. Another certificate of recognition is awarded to our school for being the first runner-up in Mega School category for secondary during the Brigada Escuela 2019. For the MOV7, posted fire exit plan and evacuation plan. Okay, so we have there the posted evacuation plan. For the MOV8, we have the availability of serviceable fire extinguishers. So those are the different fire extinguishers distributed in the different buildings in our school. For the MOV9, certificate of fire inspection or clearance. So there we have the copy of the fire safety evaluation clearance or certificate. And I have also here the actual copy of the MOV presented. Okay, for the MOV10, functional and gender-responsive comfort rooms for employees and students. So we have there the gender-responsive comfort rooms. For the MOVs 11, 12, and 13, these are not applicable in our school. For MOV 14, Certificate of Wins with 3 stars recognition. So we have here the copy of our wins monitoring system. And I have also here the actual copy of the documents presented. For the MOV 15, designation of security personnel in the school. Okay, so we have there the designation of our security personnel. Okay, I have here the actual copy of it. For the MOV 16, designation of guidance counselor or guidance counselor designate. Okay, so our guidance counselor designate is Ma'am Angeline Aburot. I have here also the actual copy of the designation of Ma'am Angie. For the MOV 17, functional guidance room or corner. Okay, so that's our guidance office, and that can be found just beside the SBM room. For the MOV 18, we have the designation of the librarian or the library designate. Okay, so our library designate is Ma'am Lourdes G. De Mesa. I have here the copy of the designation of Ma'am Lourdes De Mesa. For the MOV 19, functional mini library, library or school learning resource center. Okay, so this is our library in our school. I am proud to say that our school library received an award during the search for the best functional learning resource center. We got first place for most outstanding reading corner, first place, best functional learning resource center, and we got the special awards for most number of registered teachers in DepEd LRMDS. One of the best practices of our library is the conduct of book fair every year, wherein the students were given unused books for free. For MOV 20, proof of dissemination to stakeholders of the implementation of the policies and procedures on disaster preparedness and child protection policy. Okay, so we have here the food for work, a disaster mitigation activity. This is a 2-day activity wherein the volunteers cleaned inside and outside of the school premises and the community. And after a long day of cleaning, the volunteers receive family food packs. We have also here the parental effectiveness session. So this is in partnership with the DSWD. One of the speakers discussed the important roles of the parents as contributory factors in shaping the good future of their children. Then we also have here the Fire Prevention Awareness Symposium conducted for teachers, parents, and students. Three, two, one, go. Now, we are down to the last indicator of this principle. The principle 2, indicator 7, states that methods and resources are learner and community friendly, enjoyable, safe, inclusive, accessible, and aimed at developing self-directed learners. Learners are equipped with essential knowledge, skills, and values to assume responsibility and accountability for their learning. The MOVs that we will be presenting for this indicator will satisfy the points for level 3. For the MOV1, we have the inventory and compilation of the best practices in line with developing self-directed learners' outputs is evident in the home, school, and community. So the first MOV here, we have the Career Guidance Week, wherein it was participated by all students and conducted yearly. This program provided self-directed activities to the students. One of the highlights of the said activity, it was the symposium attended by all students. Here are the sample outputs of the grade 10 students during their career activity. Next, we also have the research caravan conducted yearly. Another are the photo documentations, the student researchers in action, even at home, while doing their study entitled UV Starch-Based Bioplastic. Here's more of the best practices of the school. So we have here the math camp. And also the school provided self-directed activities as part of the learners' outputs and performances like cooking contest, fruits and vegetables display, malunggay planting during the culminating activity of Nutrition Month. Then, even this pandemic did not stop the school to provide self-directed learning activities for our students, which in return provided learners an opportunity to earn money, like the outputs of grade 12 TVL bread and pastry production students. So here are their sample outputs. The MOV2 for this indicator is not applicable in our school. The MOV3, which is about the issuances on the institutionalization of self-directed learning programs, interventions in school. Okay, so we have here the copy of our lokalisadong module, our Panitikang Subaraw. We have also here the strategic intervention materials in science. And also shared reading and group reading is also practiced in our school. Okay, and we have also here the copy of the MTAP reviewers. And these are the science quiz B reviewers. For the MOV4, we have the copy and posted citizens charter in a conspicuous place of the school. Okay, for the MOV4, we have the copy and posted citizens charter in a conspicuous place of the school. Okay, so here's the copy of our citizen charter posted in the bulletin board. Okay, here's more. So we have there the enrollment process for junior high. The step-by-step procedures indicated there. Okay, then the accounting office work plan is also there. So that's all for my presentation for the Principle 2. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Pia. Moving on to the Principle 3,
which is about accountability and continuous improvement, to be presented to us by Ma'am Rhoda B. Padilla, Teacher 3 in TLE.
Good morning, Schools Division of Puerto Princesa City. To our Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Serviliano A. Arzaga, CESO 5. To our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loida P. Adornado, CESO 6. The group of field validators headed by Dr. Dennis M. Lucas, EPS TLE, and Ma'am Jaslyn O. Amador, Senior Education Program Specialist. And to the Division School-Based Management Coordinator, Dr. Ambrosio Escorpizo. I am Rhoda B. Padilla, Teacher 3 of Sicsican National High School, and I am tasked to present to you the School-Based Management Principle 3, which is accountability and continuous improvement, comprising the 25% of the School-Based Management Assessment Tool.
This time, I am going to present to you the means of verifications of the different indicators in Principle 3. Let's start with indicator number 1. It is all about the rules and responsibilities of accountable person and collective body are clearly defined and agreed upon by the community stakeholders. The MOVs are the following. For MOV1, we have the minutes of meetings, attendance sheet, memorandum, and received invitation letter to clarify and define the specific rules and responsibilities of the members of the following organizations and committees. So we have the School Governing Council, the Parents Teachers Association, and the Alumni Associations. Presented to you is the minutes of meetings and attendance sheets conducted by the School Governing Council. We have also the photos of meetings conducted by the School Governing Council. We have also the officers and committees of take two. We have also the officers and committees of School Governing Council, which is considered as the policy-making body of the school. We have the minutes of meetings and attendance sheet conducted by the Parents Teachers Associations. This attendance sheet shows how parents supported the school. Presented to you now is the Parents Teachers Association officers and the Board of Directors for the school year 2019-2020. Mrs. Marisa L. Mirasol is the PTA President. Presented to you now is the notice of meetings from PTA President informing the parents about the general PTA meeting. We have also the rules and responsibilities of the School Governing Council. The rules and responsibilities of the Parent Teachers Associations. The photos of meetings conducted by the Parent Teachers Associations. Another photos of meeting conducted by the Parents Teachers Association. We also have the support of the alumni of Sicsican National High School. Alumni exists to support the parents' organization goals and to strengthen the ties between the alumni, the community, and the stakeholders. We also have other organizations in our school. The homeroom officers, the Supreme Student Government, and the faculty club officers, which is the serve as partner of school in providing quality education for every learners of Sicsican National High School. Now let's proceed to MOV number 2 of indicator number 1. It is all about the constitution and bylaws of Parents and Teachers Association and Alumni Associations. Presented to you now is the constitution and bylaws of the Parents Teachers Association under Deputy Order number 54 and 67 series of 2009. We also have the constitution and bylaws of the alumni and the constitution and bylaws of the school governing council. So that's it for indicator number 1. Now let's proceed to indicator number 2, which is all about the achievement of goals is recognized based on collaboratively developed performance accountability systems. Gaps are addressed through appropriate actions. The MOVs are the following. So presented to you is the list of awards and recognition received by the school from the community stakeholders. We have also the photos of the awards and recognition received by the school from the community stakeholders. Another photos of awards and recognition received by the school from the community stakeholders. Our principal, Ma'am May Mabelia, receives the awards and recognition from the barangay with the barangay captain, Honorable Balbino Parange. We also have the incentive and rewards from barangay, which is the 3-spans concrete perimeter fence amounting 250,000. So that's it for indicator number 2. Now let's proceed to indicator number 3. It is all about the accountability system is owned by the community and it's continuously enhanced to ensure that management structures and mechanisms are responsive to the emerging learning needs and demands of the community. The MOVs are the following. So for MOV number 1, we have the organized monitoring and evaluation committees involving the internal and external stakeholders with terms of reference. We have the annual report involving the external and external stakeholders. We have the list of awards, projects, and activities conducted by the school. And we have the photos of the different activities conducted by the school. Okay, now let's proceed to MOV number 3, which is the filed and monitoring. Take 2. We have for MOV number 3, we have filed monitoring and evaluation findings as a basis for our AIP adjustment. And we also have the filed monitoring and evaluation findings as a basis for our SIP adjustment. Take 2. We also have the filed monitoring and evaluation findings as a basis for our SIP adjustment. for MOB number 6, we have the adjusted copy of our annual improvement plan. And the adjusted copy of our school improvement plan. So that's it for indicator number 3. Now let's proceed to indicator number 4, where is the accountability assessment, criteria and tools, feedback mechanism, and information collection and validation techniques and processes are inclusive and collaboratively developed and agreed upon. The MOVs are the following. So we have the received letter of invitation to the stakeholders on the crafting of an accountability assessment criteria and tool. We have also the received letter of invitation to the stakeholders on the crafting of an accountability and assessment criteria and tool. So we have the memorandum on the different committees involved in the crafting of an accountability assessment criteria and tool. We have the photos of meeting during the crafting of accountability assessment criteria and tool. For MOB number 3, we have the minutes of the meeting with photo documentation and crafting an accountability assessment criteria and tool. We have the proof of dissemination to stakeholders on the crafted accountability assessment criteria and tool. We have the filed copy of accomplished accountability assessment criteria and tool. And we have a filed copy of implementing guidelines of accountability assessment criteria and tool. And we have a proof of dissemination to stakeholders on the result of assessment on accountability. That's it for indicator number 4. Now let's proceed to indicator number 5. It is all about the participatory assessment of performance is done regularly with the community. The indicators are the following. For MOB number 1, we have the copy of the received letter of invitation to the stakeholders and the conduct of periodic performance assessment and review. We have also the memorandum on the different committees involved in the conduct of periodic performance assessment and review. We have the minutes of the meeting with photo documentation during the periodic performance assessment and review. For MOB number 3, we have the minutes of the meeting with photo documentation during the periodic performance assessment and review. For MOB number 4, it is the filed copy of the summary of findings with analysis on the result of the performance assessment and review as inputs to planning adjustment and technical assistance. And we have the approved adjusted annual improvement plan. Where our school believe that quality education is not just the sole responsibility of the school, but also the people and the community. With that, thank you and God bless.
The COVID-19 pandemic brought a lot of changes to educational system, which challenges school commitment and passion. However, the school leaders and the stakeholders did not hold out and raise their hands up on these challenges. The school had planned and implemented a system wherein they could continuously provide quality education that every Sicsican deserves. Thank you very much for your presence in this virtual school-based management validation. Mabuhay!
Thank you so much, Ma'am Rhoda. And we are now down to the last principle, the management of resources, to be presented to us by Ma'am Rachel L. Campbell, Teacher 1 in Filipino.
A blessed morning, Schools Division of Puerto Princesa City. To our Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Cerveliano A. Arsaga, CESO 5. To our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loida P. Adornado, CESO 6. The group of field validators, headed by Dr. Dennis M. Lucas, EPSTLE, and Ma'am Jesslyn O. Amador, Senior Education Program Specialist, and to the Division SBM Coordinator, Dr. Ambrosio Escorpizo. I am Rachel L. Campbell, Teacher 1 of Sicsican National High School. I am tasked to present to you the school-based management principle 4, which is management of resources, comprising the 15% of the SBM assessment tool.
Good afternoon. This is my presentation for Principle 4, Management of Resources. For Indicator 1, regular resource inventory is collaboratively undertaken by learning managers, learning facilitators, and community stakeholders as a basis for resource allocation and mobilization. For MOB number 1, documentation in the conduct of presentation, deliberation, and justification of fund utilization to stakeholders. The MOB that I'm going to present will satisfy the scores for level 3. For year 2020-21, on the screen are the photos of the flow program, the liquidation report of the school deliberation of MOOE, the school memorandum received by our stakeholders, also the minutes of the school deliberation of MOOE, and the attendance sheets and photos showing the accomplished deliberation of the school MOOE. Here is the actual MOB that we prepared. For the year 2020, the same MOB are presented. There is a flow program, the liquidation report, the school memorandum, and the minutes with attendance sheets and photos showing the deliberation of the school MOOE. For the year 2019, the same documents are presented: the flow of program, the school memorandum, the minutes of the deliberation, also the attendance sheets, including the summary of expenditures for downloaded MOOE. This is the actual MOOB that we prepared. Another MOB is the Book of Donations and Proof or Deed of Donations or Acceptance. For the 3 consecutive years, we have our Book of Donations with complete names of our donors and other stakeholders. Here are some photos of our stakeholders and donors, specifically the Barangay Scape Federation, the First Consolidated Bank, and the Parents and Teachers Association, who donated 1 unit of printer used in the library. Also, we received dental and medical mission sponsored by Western Command and City Health Office by giving free checkup and medicine. Also, free eye services and reading glasses from the Eye Center. And the Department of Social Welfare and Development donated toothbrush for our grade 7 students. For MOV number 2, documented projects sourced out from Special Education Fund and other sources. On the screen is the photo of the property acknowledgement received and also the photos of the new equipment received by the Sicsican National High School. Also, our local government unit allotted the Special Education Fund for 3 consecutive years. And out of that fund, the 3 spans of concrete perimeter fence were constructed and donated to Sicsican National High School. So this is the actual MOV. And a special education fund allotted by the local government of Sicsican. For MOV number 3, MOOE is aligned with Enhanced School Improvement Plan, the Annual Improvement Plan, and the School Learning Continuity Plan. On the screen are the photos showing the MOOE utilization report prepared by our bookkeeper and certified correct by our principal. On the screen are the photos showing the Enhanced School Improvement Plan, which align with the school MOOE. So here is the actual MOV. Another one is the copy of Annual Improvement Plan. And this is the actual MOV. Another one is the School Learning Continuity Plan, which is approved by our Schools Division Superintendent. And this is the actual MOV that we prepared. For MOV number 4, canteen funds with a proper record of sharing. So we have the complete report on canteen for the school year 2019-2020, 2018 to 2019, and also 2017 to 2018. For this school year, we don't have any monthly canteen report due to the pandemic that we are facing now. So this is the actual MOB or the monthly canteen report. For MOB number 5, monthly liquidation report of MOOE. On the screen is the photo showing the liquidation report made by our bookkeeper and certified correct by our principal. So here is the actual MOB that we prepared. Also, the summary of expenditures for downloaded MOOE. Here are the photos of the transparency board or information board. One is located at the principal's office and the other one is inside the school campus, which is visible to all. Another one is monthly report of canteen funds. So we have the complete report on of canteen funds for the school 2019-2020, for the school year 2019-2020, 2018 to 2019, and 2017 to 2018. Here are the copy of the MOB we presented. Another one is the school inventory of resources. We have the complete report on the physical count and plant equipment for 3 consecutive years. For indicator number 2, a regular dialogue for planning and resource programming that is accessible and inclusive, continuously engage stakeholders, and supports the implementation of community education plan. The MOB that I'm going to present will satisfy the scores for level 2. For MOB number 1, an approved copy of the child protection plan for the year 2020, for the school year 2020 to 2021. So here is the actual MOB, the copy of the child protection plan for the 3 consecutive years. Also, the Child Protection Plan for the school year 2019-2020, and for the school year 2018 to 2019. The Child Protection Committee conducted the review of the Child Protection Plan. The following are the activities were done by the Child Protection Committee. The pre-haircut for our male students. And also the Child Protection Committee, together with our Barangay Captain, Honorable Balbino I. Parange, the Parent Teachers Association President and Treasurer, the SSG officers and advisors, the principal, and our administrative officer 2 conducted the monitoring of nearby stores in support of tobacco control program. And also, the Barangay Council had a regular meeting for the protection of children. And our principal, Ma'am May L. Mabella, is one of the members of the BCPC and the local government unit of Barangay Sicsican. So on the screen are the photos in which they conducted the regular meeting for the protection of children. Another one is an approved copy of the Disaster Risk Reduction Management Plan for the school year 2019, 2020, 2020 to 2021. Also, through the cooperation of Barangay Council, they had the Memorandum of Understanding to Sicsican National High School for the opening of classes for this time that we are facing the pandemic, in which the Barangay Council were going to help the Sicsican National High School in the distribution and retrieval of modules for the FAR Porok located in Barangay Sicsican. In support to the disaster risk reduction management of Sicsican National High School, also the Barangay Council had a regular meeting regarding the drug abuse. And through the initiatives of the school and to our designate the RM coordinator, the CDRRMO conducted the school disinfection in order for us as teachers, the parents, and the students be safe in this time of pandemic. Also, one of the accomplishment of the DRRM, we had the quarterly earthquake drill and attended the training or workshop on basic life support and standard first aid. Another copy is the School Learning Action Cell Action Plan for the school year 2020 to 2021. And it is approved by our schools division superintendent. Also, on the screen are the minutes and the photos showing the LAC sessions conducted. And on the screen is the copy of the School Learning Action Cell Plan for school year 2019-2020. Also, the minutes, the attendance sheets, and the learning matrix for the LAC sessions conducted. So here is the copy of the Learning Action Cell Plan. For MOV number 2, receive letter of invitation to the stakeholders to participate in the planning and resource programming and the implementation of the education plan. So on the screen are the memorandum received by our stakeholders in the planning and resource programming of the Sicsican National High School. So this is the actual MOV. For MOV number 3, memorandum on the different committees involved in the planning and resource programming and implementation of the education plan. So on the screen are the school memorandum received by the different committees involved in the resource programming and the planning. On the screen, or this is the actual MOV. For MOV number 4, minutes of the meeting during the planning and resource programming and the implementation of the education plan. On the screen are the photos showing the minutes of the meeting during the planning and resource programming. So here is the actual documents. With the attendance sheets and photos during the conduct of planning. For indicator number 3, in place is a community-developed resource management system that drives appropriate behaviors of the stakeholders to ensure judicious, appropriate, and effective use of resources. The MOV that I'm going to present will satisfy the score for level 2. In terms of learning resource management, we have the complete list of books donated from other learning resource, like we receive books from Holy Trinity University, The Ligaya ng Buhay, and the American Missionaries also sharing Aklat ng Pag-asa or the Book of Hope. And also, in terms of learning resource management, for the last COM awarding of 2018 search for best functional learning resource centers, I'm proud to say that Sicsican National High School got an award for the said activity. The following are the awards. First place for the most outstanding reading corner. Also first place for the best functional learning resource center. And special award for most number of registered teachers in DepEd LRMDS. And also one of the best practice that we have in terms of learning resource management, our library in charge conducted yearly book fair in which unused books and reading materials are given for free to all students, for the parents, and for the community. So this is the actual MOB. Okay, our book of book of donations. In terms of human resource management, Sicsican National High School conducted trainings or seminars for the teachers in which we give recognition or certificate of recognition for our stakeholders, especially to our resource speaker who conducted the seminar for the teachers. And in terms of school facility management, we have the complete report on the physical count of property, plant, and equipment for the 3 consecutive years. So we have the junior high school computer laboratory and EIM room, the science laboratory, the BPP and FBS laboratory, and other school facility that Sicsican National High School have. For MOB number 1, copy of the received letter of invitation to the stakeholders to participate in the collaborative development of the resource management system. On the screen are the photos of the received letter to the stakeholders. So this is the actual MOB. For MOB number 2, memorandum on the different committees involved in the collaborative development of resource management system. On the screen are the photos of the school memorandum given to the different committees with regards in school resource management. So this is the actual MOV. On the screen are the other school memorandum given to the different committees, special designation given to the teachers and faculty of Sicsican National High School. For MOV number 3, minutes of the meeting with photos during the development of the resource management system. On the screen is the copy of the minutes of meeting conducted and also the photos showing the accomplished planning for the development of the resource management system. So this is the actual MOB. For MOV number 4, filed copy of issuances related to resource, financial, human, and materials management from DepEd, DBM, or other government. So on the screen are the filed copy of issuances. So this is the actual MOB. For MOB number 5, certificate of recognition given to our stakeholders in the participation in the development of resource management system. So our stakeholders are given duly recognition by our principal for their participation in the development of resource management system. So on the screen are the sample of certificate of recognition given to our stakeholders. Also, the school are giving awards to the most structured classroom, and also give certificate of recognition to the Western Philippine University for giving us training workshop on using Google Classroom and Edmodo for DepEd, in which this is very useful in this time that we have pandemic. Also, on the screen is the copy of back resolution declaring responsive bids and recommending approval, including the purchase order and the bids and awards committee certification. For indicator number 4, regular monitoring, evaluation, and reporting processes of resource management are collaboratively developed and implemented by the learning managers, facilitators, and community stakeholders. The MOB that I'm going to present will satisfy the score for level 2. For MOB number 1, the copy of the received letter of intent from the stakeholders manifesting interest to participate in the development and implementation of monitoring, evaluation, and reporting processes or resource management. On the screen are the photos of the received letter of intent from our stakeholders. So this is the actual copy of the received letter of intent from our stakeholders. For MOB number 2, memorandum on the different committees involved to participate in the development and implementation of monitoring, evaluation, and reporting processes on resource management. On the screen are the photos showing the school memorandum received by the different committee for school monitoring and evaluation. So this is the actual MOB represented. For MOB number 3, minutes of the meeting with photos during the development and implementation of monitoring, evaluation, and reporting processes on resource management. On the screen are the photos of the minutes of the meeting with the attendance sheets and also the photos for the seed planning. So this is the actual MOB. With attendance sheets. For MOB number 4, certificate of recognition to stakeholders in their collaborative involvement and participation in the development of management system, implementation of monitoring, evaluation, and reporting processes on resource management. On the screen is the sample of certificate of recognition given to our stakeholders and also the photos showing the actual giving of certificate of recognition to our partners and stakeholders. For indicator number 5, there is a system that manages the network and linkages which strengthen and sustain partnership for improving resource management. The MOB that I'm going to present will satisfy the score for level 3. For MOB number 1, documentation report with photos on linkages activities. On the screen are the photos showing the documentation report on our linkages activities. So this is the actual MOB or documentation report. And our partnership and linkages. The following are the activities or linkages activities that we had in Sicsican National High School. Mary Kay conducted pre-tutorial makeup. Also, the 3rd Marine Brigade conducted orientation on anti-terrorism. The Fire Prevention Awareness Symposium conducted by the Bureau of Fire Protection, Puerto Princesa City. And the Dental and Medical Mission sponsored by Western Command and City Health Office. The Dental Mission is sponsored also by the Philippine Coast Guard Palawan Chapter. The Mental Health Talk facilitated by Behavioral Science Department of Palawan State University. Here are some documentation report on the linkages activities we have. Also, we have Barkada Contra Droga, in which through the partnership of Barangay Council, we had the ground launching ceremony with a team, paaralan at pamayanan magsama-sama sugpuin ipinagbabawal na droga. So they have the pledge of commitment and participation of our Barangay Council and the Parent Teachers Association for the success of the said activity. Also, drug prevention education facilitated by the City PNP. And the Puerto Princesa City Veterinary Office conducted orientation on anti-rabies and the Red Cross first aid training given to our students. For MOB number 2, fund drives and IGPs initiated by the stakeholders. Year 2019, the Parent Teachers Association have their raffle draw as one of their fund drives, in which out of the fund drive activity, they help in the concreting of pathway of the entrance gate of Sicsican National High School. And also, the proceeds is used also for the construction of 2 spans of perimeter fence in front of grade 8 building. They are also donated 1 unit of printer in our library. Also, the Barangay Council and the Parent Teachers Association conducted or participated in Golpe Mano initiated by the school for the cleanliness, for the maintenance and the cleanliness of the school surroundings. Also, we have the Gulayan sa Paaralan as one of the fund drives. So on the screen are the photos or the documentation on the Gulayan sa Paaralan. So this is the actual report on the Gulayan sa Paaralan. The liquidation report, the proceeds, the documentation, for MOB number 3, records of resources generated. We are lucky because we are one of the secondary schools in Puerto Princesa City that we have the radio frequency identification system or the RFID, in which it gives us big help for the monitoring of attendance of the students. Also, we have the complete CCTV cameras used in school campus. And also, all classroom and grade 10 building have 1 unit of smart TV used in the classroom. For MOB number 4, the Memorandum of Agreement and Memorandum of Understanding on Partnership. So on the screen are the Memorandum of Agreement of between the Sicsican National High School and our partnership, or our partners, rather. Here are the Memorandum of Agreement. Okay, one of our partners and the success of work immersion of our senior high school students is Mr. Hinaro Manaay of Pedao of City Government. Also, the Executive Secretary of Mayor's Office, the Secretary of Hinaro Manaay and ANA Plaza Hotel Manager. Also, the Carina Electrical Construction and Supply, Honorable Kagawad Victor Oliveros. For MOB number 5, proof or result of agreement and understanding as stated in the Memorandum of Agreement or Memorandum of Understanding. So the following are the photos in which our work immersion students had their actual training with our partners. The print hub, the ANA Plaza Hotel. Okay, before I end my presentation, I want to share the quotation from Steven Chernivtsi. So management at every level is about the effort to frame challenges, define and states, and allocate resources to navigate between them. That's all, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your presence in this virtual SBM validation. Mabuhay!
Thank you so much, Ma'am Gracel, for that very comprehensive presentation. Thank you very much to all of the team leaders and members of each SBM principal assigned to all of you. We are so glad for your cooperation, efforts you have extended, and support given for the success of this virtual validation. Also, expressing our gratitude to the member of the school SBM coordinating team with ICT in charge and AVP team. Thank you so much. At this juncture, our group of SBM validators from the division office will be deliberating, and eventually we will proceed to the declaration of rating that the school has achieved in the SBM level of practice. At this time, we will proceed to the feedback and recommendations for each principal from our SBM division validators. Thank you so much to all the division group of validators for the rating you have given our school. All your suggestions and recommendations are taken into account for further improvement and achievement of our school in the school-based management journey. This time around, the most exciting part is the announcement of SBM rating and the validation results, other steps to be undertaken, and the agreement. Once again, from Sicsican National High School family, thank you so much for the presence of all of you and the people involved in this virtual validation. Congratulations once again to Sicsican National High School family and to the SBM School Committee for a job well done. And to end up today's validation activity, I am giving back the virtual floor to our Principal 2, Ma'am May L. Mabella, for her words of acknowledgement.
Once again, good day to all of you. The school's SBM journey has started today through this virtual validation. It is but proper to recognize the efforts of the individuals who have been instrumental to make this activity a successful one. I know that no amount of money can repay you as to how much hard work and dedication you have done to do the task. May God richly bless you. Thank you so much to the school SBM team headed by Ma'am Fia May G. Salmo. Job well done, Ma'am Fia. Backed up by team leaders for each principal. I commend the Principal 1 team, Leadership and Governance, under the leadership of Ma'am Lucita Sumandal, together with the members, Ma'am Angeline Aborot, Sir Francisco Panya, Ma'am Bernadette Tamsi, Ma'am Ria Anyar, and Ma'am Agnes Mendoza. Virtual claps to the Principal 2 team, Curriculum and Instruction, under Ma'am Fia May Salmo, together with Ma'am Olive S. Iquilan, Sir Ariel I. Machico, Ma'am Sheila May O. Salibio, Ma'am Catherine B. Arambulo, and Ma'am Jenny F. Manito. Caps off to the teachers behind Principal 3, Accountability and Continuous Improvement, headed by Ma'am Rhoda Padilla, together with Ma'am Eleanor Heredero, Ma'am Clarita Abiog, Ma'am Lilibeth Limuaco, Ma'am Mary Grace Ogo, and Ma'am Bernadette Basaya. Kudos to the Principal 4 team, Management of Resources, led by Ma'am Grace Campbell, together with Ma'am Gretchen Sumandal, Ma'am Marilu Bulaso, Ma'am Miriam Herher, Ma'am Ruvi Fidakan, and Sir Romeo Dormido. To the production team, chaired by Sir Joey Cuerte, together with Ma'am Jillian Fernandez, Sir Eric Chan Reyes, Sir Cesar Claridad, Sir Francis Eric Calda, and Sir Romeo Dormido. To the ICT team, Sir Mike and Jenny Villanueva, Ma'am Liana De Hopos, Ma'am Nikki Timbangkaya, and Ma'am Jillian Fernandez. To the Division Field Validators, led by Dr. Dennis Lucas Sr., Ma'am Jesslyn Amador, Dr. Ambrosio Escorpizo, Ma'am Eileen Ramos, and of course, Ma'am Shirley F. Lila, our parent supervisor. To our external stakeholders, City Mayor Lucilo R. Bayron, the Barangay Council of Barangay Sicsican, Cambalbino, Parangue, and other school partners, our work immersion partners, to the PTA, Mrs. Marisa Mirasol, and the rest of the BOD. To all the teachers and non-teaching personnel who share their time, resources, effort to help us provide the documents and pictures. All those who were not mentioned but have been part of the school SBM journey, thank you so much. May God bless you all. Mabuhay, Sicsican National High School.
So that concludes our whole day SBM virtual validation. Thank you very much to all of you, and mabuhay tayong lahat!